Hey guys, I'm back. This is just a short video about color, and this is the beautiful Jay. She has been with me for many. Oh my God, we go way back. We go way back like hair grease. When the first time, Jimmy, tell me if you're seeing my hands in this video, please, before I continue this. That's my hands, right? Okay. When she first came to me, because her caller ID is the original picture, when we first met her, here was by her ears. And she Trinidadian like me, so that's even more cool. And she's a scientist, so even cooler. Yeah, you know, I like to shout out my Locs and professional clients. But anywho, she usually uses, she was using, what were you using before for color? Shea Moisture. When I used to love their color, I don't use them anymore, but when I used to love their color, she had bought a bunch of boxes, so she was finishing it up. This is her go-to color, and it left her hair feeling very nice and moist. So recently, usually I'm the one who colors her hair, but I guess, you know, that's when you went to Trinidad, when was it? Right. So a few months ago, she had to go back home and she colored her own hair and she used a completely different brand. It's one of those beauty supply store brands, right? Nothing special. Okay. So when she came today, I touched her hair, I was like, your locks, you're very crispy and crunchy. And then she said, you know, I used a different color. So this video is for people who are using colors and wondering, and I'm not talking about dyes. I've done videos on the difference between dyes and color. Just to reiterate, a dye penetrates the shaft, that's more permanent. A color is something that just sits on the top of the strands, okay? So eventually it fades away. So I only do color. I do not do dyes. If you want your hair dyed and you want to go with those colors that you see a lot of women, those shades like royal blue, purple, then you go to a colorist, okay? So that's not something you want to do at home. Go to a professional that specializes in applying color applications and all of that. So anyway, but these store-bought like Clairol, you guys know them. Oh God, the list goes on. You throw a stone, you're gonna hit one of these colors. I can't tell you how many people, Dark and Lovely, that's another one. I'm not saying that they're bad, they're just bad for black people. They're not made for us, especially when you have locks. What it does, it dries your hair out and make it very crispy, very crunchy. Okay, and that's what was happening with her. Okay, I'm not saying that it happens to everyone with locks, but I've been doing this for many years. So that's why I'm to a point when a client wants to get their hair color, I only recommend two brands. Cream of Nature Hair Color, the one that is ammonia free. I don't have a box to show you guys. I'll say that again. Cream of Nature Hair Color. Make sure the bottom it says ammonia free. That's not a bad brand, but my best brand is Herbatint. It sells on Amazon, and a lot of clients say it also sells in Whole Foods. Herbatint, like a herb, the word H-E-R-B with an and a tint and break it up in syllables, okay? I like that because it doesn't leave the hair crispy. So what happening? Her new growth is actually nice and soft and moist and spongy, but the locks is what's crispy. So I don't know, somebody might be watching this video and say, oh my God, every time I color my hair, or I'm coloring out my grays at the end, your hair's why is your hair dry? There's a lot of reasons that your locks can feel dry. One of them is lack of moisture in the body, meaning you're dehydrated. When you drink water, it nourishes everything. Another thing is the product is being used. Weather also affects the moistness in your hair. And also, last but not least, there's a lot more, but I'm just taking the ones off the top of my head. Last but not least, the color you're putting in your hair. These little store-bought colors, please try to avoid them. If you know you're sensitive and your hair is prone for dryness, do not use them, okay? The Herbatint sells on, I tell clients just go on Amazon and get it. There's a lot of shades, but the Cream of Nature does sells at beauty supply store, all right? I'm going to finish up her hair and so you guys can see it. But she has beautiful, nice, see? It's nice and spongy. Now that Jimmy gave her a rose wash, that's done for if your hair feel crispy. So he do rose and it's nice. I wish you guys, I should have done the video before, right? Before we washed it, it was like wood. I touched it, my nails spark on it. That's how crispy it was, like an extra portion of fries crispy. A side order coleslaw crispy. All right, let me do it here real quick so you guys can see the end. Okay, we are back. Her hair is done. So this part I forgot to mention. See, it's done. She has a very fuzzy type of hair. Her texture is actually prone for dryness. I'm going to talk about that in a different video. why some people, you always wonder, no matter what you put in your hair, why does it feel so dry? That's also a texture thing, even if you don't use color. So that will be a different video I'll talk about. And then some people where you put oil in your hair and you don't have to oil for weeks. Like I'm that person, I don't need to oil often. The last time I oiled my scalp was right before we went to Georgia. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't need to oil my hair often. She has the first type I mentioned where her hair like you always had hair like that, right? Yeah, it sucks up oil and you're feeling like it's always crunchy and crispy. Yeah, it's a texture thing. So anywho, but with the color. So if you're using these different store-bought colors too often and you could be leaving it on too long, or it just is not good for your hair type, that's why I personally, you could go ahead using your store-bought brands if you want to from the beauty supply store, but I personally do not like them. Again, remember my videos are just suggestions. You do not have to follow what I'm saying. So when it comes to the moisture, for those of you that are not, I repeat, N-O-T, not allergic to castor oil, though the color did dry your hair out, what I suggest to clients, just plain castor oil. I like Cocoa Care. It's odorless. It is colorless, right? I used to promote Jamaican man. No, not that. I never promoted that. My bad. Squash what I just said. That thing is crap. I used to promote Jamaican black castor oil, the one you used to get at the beauty supply store. But what we are realizing the past couple of years, more and more clients are coming back saying it's making their hair itch like crazy. And we realize they're putting fillers and stuff in it. It does not work like it used to. So unless you know an actual Jamaican who could bring up a bottle of castor oil, or even better, Haitian, who could bring Haitian black castor oil, like they bring it and it's not in a label bottle like this, because I have 2 bottles of Haitian castor oil. Knock yourself out. Use that if you have no allergy towards it. And you will know if you have an allergy towards it. You will order it, okay? But for the normal people who don't know a Haitian or a Jamaican, or they are not Haitian or Jamaican, I like Cocoa Care. Also, Heritage Store has a good brand too. Heritage Store is on Amazon. They're in the pink bottle. They're the same company that makes the rose water that I always talk about. All right? So when you find, another thing I've noticed with a lot of clients who use these different store-bought brands is itching. Were you itching, Chanel? Not really? Okay, well, luckily she wasn't itching. So the castor oil, you could put a couple, if you're dealing with the itching because your hair is so crunchy from the color, I meant color not dye, from the color, put a couple drops, maybe 3 or 4, because you're going to pour this in an applicator bottle. It doesn't come in an applicator. It comes with a little knobby thingy, right? Put a couple drops of pure tea tree, not a lot, don't overdo it, and then apply it to the scalp. It will moisten the hair. That's what the castor oil is for, and the tea tree will help with the itching. Okay, so here's done. We will be here until the 30th. We are still taking bookings for new clients. I've made a lot of room for new clients. If you are calling to book us, remember, please speak your name and telephone number clearly in your voicemail. Do not, I repeat, do not text me. If you've never seen me before, do not text me. I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that, okay? Only people like her and the lady who Jimmy Washington and the regulars could text me. Do not text me. I will not reply to the text. If you're trying to book an appointment, you have to call me and you have to leave a voicemail, speak your name and telephone number clearly. Just say, Yanni, I'd like to book an appointment to get my hair done. For the people who are calling for consultations, I do not do consultations by themselves. If you're coming to get your hair done, of course, you get a free consultation with it. Some people have called and like, hi, I want to come in for a consultation. All this yakking and talk I'm doing, that's your consultation. Plus, you have a mirror. Go stand up in front of the mirror and you'll know everything about your hair. You don't have to sit in my chair for me to tell you what I already say in the video. All right, that's a lot of wasted time on both ends, okay? So we are done, and guys, stay tuned for more videos. How does it start feel?
Great.
Yeah, really put some extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah. You are super moist. That's the word. You are super moist. Yeah, your hair is so fuzzy. I swear. This is so disrespectful and fuzzy, but it's healthy. That's what matters. Damn, look at your length. You know, you pass your bra in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long hair don't care.